The wait is over. The Acu Trial Gb series roars back into action with rounds 1 and 2 hosted at the Inch Perfect Trials ground. And this year we're turning up the heat with the addition of the youth and girls classes, bringing even more energy, skill and rising talent into the mix. Round 1 kicked off in style. Minders shouting orders.
Hold that man! Drop! Settle! Dropping in 3 times to the right. Tight there! Like it!
Bikes flying through the section and riders pushing the limits. Expect plenty of thrills, spills and jaw-dropping skill from some of the best trials riders in the UK and the world. All the action, drama and highlights are right here on Trials Mania. This video is proudly sponsored by the guys over at Sorrow UK. We'll hear more from them later.
I'll crash already.
After a night of relentless rain, riders geared up for what promised to be a wet and muddy trial. The sections, already challenging, were now even more demanding, with slippery climbs and treacherous terrain pushing everyone to stay focused and dig deep for a solid result. First up were the Youth B class riders, the youngest of the day, leading the charge and setting the tone. For many it was their first time competing at a trial at this level, so I'm sure the nerves were high for most. But that didn't stop them from stepping up and braving the conditions and giving everything on the course that they had. After spending some time at the first section, George Jones was the first rider to tackle section 1, and he sure did set the standard, putting on an impressive performance and getting a nice clean on the first section of the day.
Lovely on foot! That's the big one about it.
More and more riders went through the section, and after seeing a handful of cleans, it was really impressive to see the level at what these youth riders can really ride at. As more and more Youth B riders went through the section, the Trial 2 women turned up and were watching their lines to make sure they themselves could get off to a good start in the day.
Did you see it? The one. Weren't that big?
Holly Dixon had a great ride on section 1, shaking off the nerves, but I think someone should have told her that the thing the observer has to scan is on her wrist. As you can see, she's struggling to find it here.
I was looking for my thing. Yes, let's go.
As the Trial 2 women cruised their way through Section 1, they proved any darters wrong and showed that they are capable at performing alongside the boys at these events.
I thought first couple of sections, George.
Yeah, good, yeah, really good.
How about you, mate? How are you getting on?
Yeah, good second section, a bit slippy, but nothing right.
As the riders got deeper into the course, it started to prove more challenging. Just 24 hours before this, these sections were bone dry, and with the rain through the night, the riders were really struggling to find grip through the sections. After countless riders struggled through this section and managed to get away with either 1, 2 or a 3, Harvey Sanders turned up and showed them how to do it, putting on a brilliant clean and really showing what standard he can ride at.
Yeah, you go out there.
Alright, okay, I get you.
So you can just ram it up that side.
As we reached section 5 of the day, the level of difficulty really did rise. As we're about to see, from Youth B all the way to Trial GB, this section really did proves some challenges for all routes. This section really proved how much rain can change a section overnight. Struggling for grip made it more difficult to get over obstacles, and some riders really did struggle, whilst others managed to thrive and find grip where others couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know, but then there's a lot of down there.
Would you have a quick? Big push that, would it?
What?
Here we have a first of a few classes that are riding the green route today. Zane Hutchinson is the first rider through this. The level really does rise when we get to here. The steps are bigger, the hill climbs are a lot larger, and some of these riders really do put on an impressive performance, as you're about to see in this section.
Watch out there.
Yeah, good down there, take your front in. Yeah, good.
One thing that is brilliant to listen to at trials like these is the minders shouting the instructions at their rider. They make sure their presence is known in a section, and some of these sections wouldn't be possible by the riders without these said minders.
That's good. Yeah, like it there. Give it beans there, get crouched into it. Yeah, go on. Hold that line. Strong. Settled. Dropping in 3 times to the right. Tight there. Like it. Got 45 left. You not go back, you're on the tape. Good there. Knees. Get some speed in that middle part. 35. Yeah, strong.
Hold it. There. Really. Strong. Hold it. Hold it. Good there. Get it round. Settle down.
A certain thing about this section was, because of the rain, it made it very difficult to stop, as you're about to see here with Mason Basie. The riders really did have to look at 2 sets of lines here, because Mason went straight by the line people had been riding and had to try and take a secondary approach. So sections like this, the riders always had to have a backup and just look at every possible line they could take in case something went wrong. As we can see, Max Dance did get online here, but he had to use a tactical dab to stop himself. If anything, that possibly did help him. The bottom line at this point wasn't the rideable option, but that did change as more riders went through the section.
Steady. Back wheel straight there. Well done. Go on, use it, bring it back there, use it. Get yourself lined up, right?
As we can see, Max is another rider here who simply couldn't stop in time, but he took a different line to Mason. He tried to get back up to where he was without crossing his path to get onto that bit of a ledge, but he just would have to set off a little bit closer, and with the rain, that bank that he has to get up, it's not an easy challenge. It is where a lot of riders had slipped down, and a lot of them had knocked the marker out on the right hand side and had to watch for it. Max just managed to get it through though. So we've been talking a lot about the second half of the section, but this first step, as you can see, the minder stood behind it. It's no easy feat. It was a good step for the riders to get up. Most of them did get up fine, whether they'd sump it and slowly edge over, just like this rider's doing, or some riders managed to just ride straight over into the other side. However, again, with the rain, there was a boggy bit of mud afterwards that knocked a few riders off balance or made it difficult for them to set back off after getting over that log. Now, as we're about to see, when the experts arrived, they decided that they preferred the bottom line to this section. Finley just struggling to get through the first bit of the section there, but he just squeezes through. But as you can see, he gets to the bottom here, lines up. A few riders do manage this without putting the foot down, but the bike still got up. Again, Finley getting close there, we're knocking the markers out, but he just managed to escape it. So yeah, from this point on, a lot of the expert riders decided to choose the bottom line as they thought it was the more viable option. Now this here was an incredible save by Joe Snelling. As I mentioned earlier, that bit after the log was muddy and boggy and difficult to get out of, and Joe just fought and fought through there, ensuring he didn't put a foot down in that area, and it was impressive how he got out of that situation, to be fair. Joe now showing us how to deal with this corner without putting the foot down. You've got to be perfectly on line here to get as much grip as possible to get up this bank. Joe manages it perfectly, and as you set off, you can see that back wheel spinning. You've really got to push yourself, and Joe managed to get through for one, I believe it was.
Settle. Take time when you get over.
I'm fucking looking after you
Now, as the Trial 2 and Trial GB class arrived at this section, so did the rain. As you can see, the riders are climbing up this section. It was difficult. It was loose, it was muddy. I'd say the hill climb length in total must have been at least 50 metres, and here we go. You can really see the rain now, not making this section any easier. It was already hard enough as it was, but as you can see, and as you're about to see, there weren't any riders that were successful. We had some close calls, but I believe this section did get scrubbed come the second lap, and it also did get scrubbed on the Sunday just because it proved a bit too difficult. And as you might notice in the videos as you go through, a rock has appeared just there where that minder is. It did fall down the bank, causing safety issues and a few concerns, and that is why the section did get scrubbed. But the riders gave it a cracking effort to try and get up here, but sadly none of them were successful. Here we've got Harry Turner. He was the closest out of everyone to possibly getting up this bank. It just, if anything, the more riders that were going through it, it was getting a little easier. So there could have been a possibility that it could have stayed in, but obviously that rock falling did cause safety concerns. But people were cheering Harry on. He breezed up that bit, and we were just all hoping that he could fight his way through this section within the 1 minute 30 time limit. Even 4:03, it would have been impressive. We were all cheering him on, but sadly it wasn't enough. The section was a bit too difficult. Maybe it had changed on the second lap, but we won't know now. But well done to Harry to even getting this far. It was an impressive ride by him.
Yeah. Right. Forward. One up. Yes.
Moving on to section 11 now, and again the rain had really made this section a difficult one for all routes. As you can see, Caitlin had sheds just giving it a go here, and the back wheel is just spinning. She just managed to get some good grip up the first bit, so very promising, but this ledge here, creeping along with the loose rocks and mud, it doesn't look much on camera, to be honest, which is annoying when filming things like these, but if you actually get there in person, stand right at the side of the section, you can see how big and difficult some of this stuff is. But sadly, Caitlin just couldn't get through this. The Trial GB class as well that you're about to see soon, it was a steep one. I was worried I might get hit when the riders came down, even though I was the other side of the tape. A few riders did come close, but it was an interesting one to watch, and maybe just the speed that they're coming down the hill might actually betray how steep this section actually was, but we'll see when it comes to that bit.
Right. There's a rock in the pick that rock out, good Dan. Good my dad.
No, we're going left. Oh, you're up there? Yeah. Oh, that's disgusting. Right here.
Make sure that top's good when I come to it. Yeah. Are you going, Jamie? Huh? Are you going now? Yeah. Right. There's a kicker into that top there. Right. I'll go look back there then. Thank you.
Here we are now, Jack piece through section 11. Here's the first steep hill you have to come down. It does not look much on camera, which is annoying, but you can just see the speed that Jack comes down there. He does well not putting a foot down. I believe every other rider had to put a foot down there. But then this next bit just proved just as difficult, and then they had to come back down the bank again. For a 1 minute 30 time limit, this section just seemed to be impossible, and it was a really challenging one, and riders were just screaming the bikes and fighting their way through to try and get out for time. And a lot of them did struggle because they were also on time limit for the day, and some of them, I remember shouting, the minders was like, you've got 7 minutes left, you've still got another section to go to, you need to move on. So they were really tight for time, the top riders, and when you're tight for time you don't ride your best because you're just fighting to get through that section. As you can see on this one, it was just difficult for everyone.
Yep. Big effort, Jack. Stand there. Yep, hold on that. Good, yes. Back is good. Help in. Minute left. Front. Big effort, Jack.
After not seeing anyone successfully get through section 11 on the Trial GB route, we move on to the final section of the day, section 12. This part was situated in the Trials Park at Inch Perfect, so this was the only man-made section of the day. The rest were all natural terrain, hill climbs and stuff like that, but it was a good section to get through. It was a perfect length, I think, for 1 minute 30. You made a mistake, you had to push yourself, but if you rode fine, then you got through with 10, 15, sometimes 20 seconds to spare. So it was all about being online, getting going straight away and making sure nothing went wrong on this section. And these rocks did prove slippery with the rain, so it was quite challenging near the start, but the riders managed it and there was some brilliant rides on this section. Sora is a well-established and trusted name in trials, known for top-class riding gear. With customization options to suit your style, they can make it easy to stand out whilst riding at your best. If you're looking for quality gear with a personal touch, Sora is the place to start. Check out their website now and gear up for your next ride. How's your first lap go?
Not the best, to be fair. Didn't start too well, but got through a few sections. Second.
Are there any particular sections that you're finding more difficult than others, or with the rain coming down, the all just like proper race conditions then?
Proper British goodness.
Right, lovely stuff. Well, good luck on your second lap.
Sorry.
Slippy, like.
Yeah.
Quite slippy, but still a good few sections to go at, but section 5, 6. There's a few of them, it's
Yeah.
just like,
I think with the rain as well, it's made it a bit tight on time as well.
yeah, well, they timed me off at the start at 12, so we were racing there, I think, at the end, but got there, like, oh, we're out.
At least you know for the second lap. That's all right then. Well, good luck on your second lap, and hopefully it goes a bit more smoother than the first. Yeah. How have you found lap one?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, quite good. I had really bad 5 and 6. 10. Put me back a bit, but that's been alright.
I think the rain's made it a bit
Yeah,
tight on
harder.
time as well. There's
Yeah.
a lot of rushing around.
Yeah, to be fair, it's alright on time. I think I had about 7 minutes on the last section, but I scrapped the time, so yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
A lot difficult with the quarter bit. They're all doable.
Yeah. Well, good luck on that too.
Cheers.
So it was nice hearing from a few riders there and discussing how lap 1 went. I'm going to correct myself. Section 12, I forgot, wasn't the only man-made section. So the start of number 1 has a bit of natural stuff, but the rest of this section was man-made as well. It was a good start to the day, nice and short, so it didn't hold riders up. It was a nice little introduction to the course. Took a few marks. It wasn't easy by all means. The Trial GB class had to be very precise on where they put their tyres when riding this part that Jack Peace is about to go up now. But it was a good start to the day, good section, and really did set the standard.
Yep. There. Go back again. Body a bit. There. Climb in. Yep. Good. Big break. when it might be slipping. 5 in.
Here we have Toby Martin returning to trials after his short absence to take part in hard enduro. He's now on the electric motion, so we'll have to see how he gets on in round 1 and 2, because it is a big change of bike for him. So fingers crossed he gels with the bike, and we'll see how he gets on. So here we are back at section 12 now to see some of the lower routes. We've got Mason tackling the green route here. Now the bottom bit he's on now was very slippy. Even though the sun's out and the rocks start to dry, it's still very difficult, and he does well to get out of there. This is one of 2 lines at the moment. Some decided to come up, try and hop, line themselves back up on that rock and go again, whilst others tried to ride all the way up. The other route did seem more difficult as it was so slippy. But you will see later on there is a different line that a rider takes, and after seeing this other riders do follow him, so we'll see how that line goes. Here we've got Cameron Bryce making light work of that other line. Makes it look easy. Well, I say he makes it look easy. He was hopping around, he did well to keep his feet on the pegs there. Other riders weren't as lucky. So a great ride there from Cameron.
seconds.
How many?
30. Go time. First try. 10 seconds.
Here's a better look at that bottom corner that was proving quite slippy and challenging. These rocks that he's just about to ride onto now here, you can tell with just that little bit of mud, it's so slippy and difficult. He's doing well to hold on here, but you can see the bike's just spinning up, and going straight up is a difficult line, and it's a challenging last section of the day for all routes really.
I think anyway.
This is
Here we are now with Corey Dubik. If you remember back to earlier, I said there was a different line that no one had tried. This is Corey being the first one to try it, and he makes the section look easy. All the riders looking at that route, and I see Alice in the background thinking that was a tidy ride, and it was. And a lot of riders after this decided to follow Corey's line there, so well done for Corey. He could have possibly managed to claim a few spots there just by taking a different line where others have 2'd it, 3'd it, or just got the dab, so good ride there from Corey. Different line.
Special lad. Sound. Corey likes the second line.
Yeah, well,
Thank God.
Here we've got Brad Bullock as well. He's decided as well that Corey's line was the best line. And he just makes tidy work of this, just like Corey. lines himself up perfectly, and as you can see they're just skimming those markers as they go up the point of that rock. Any second now, just there, perfectly placed, and just ride it all in one, no stop. I know some of the old guys will love that.
Hold it! Right, focus now. 53. Focus on. Focus on. Yeah. 40. Strong now. Okay. Time in. 32. Yes, strong. Look up. Same as yours this time, 22. 20, loads of time, let's go! Hey, you're right, good. That's strong. Yeah. Strong now, strong. Hey, you're right, you're right, you're right.
Here we've got Harrison Skelton on his 125, having a brilliant ride competing against everyone else on Trials 2. He really knows how to ride that dinger, and as you're about to see, he loves to put on a show in and out of the sections as well. So as he comes back up this hill, instead of just riding the section normally like everyone else, he thinks, you know what, I'm going to keep the front wheel up, and I'm just going to tap it off there. So I think Neil Sturgeon got a brilliant photo opportunity there. Hopefully he managed to get it. So we're coming to the end of day one now. The top riders are on section 12. As you can see, all the other riders are gathering to see these, try and tackle this final section. We've got Jamie Galloway having a attempt. Now this rock is big, it's a close line up. Sadly Jamie doesn't quite get up it. It's not easy. It's the step, I'd say, is about 7 to 8 foot, and the line up, you are right in front of it. There's no run up or anything. It's a difficult section, and especially with the rocks being a little bit slippy, it doesn't make it any easier. Jack Dance there nearly getting up, but he just doesn't make it.
If you're happy, okay. Not going to creep up here. Get your timing. One more after that. 45. Aggression and speed. Ready for? Good, get up there. Time. 22. What? 22.
Got Jack Peace here on the final section. He's still on clean, and it's an impressive feat getting through this section for clean. Really showing why he's one of the best British riders at the moment. See if he finishes the section on clean. Easy, out, clean. Brilliant ride by Jack.
Come on, Ars.
Here we've got Harry Hemingway. Let's see if he can get up. Just getting lined up, readying himself. You can't rush sections like these. He's up, he's up. He's holding it on for just a dab, and he's got up. Brilliant ride from Harry to just get up that rock there for a dab. Let's see how he does through the rest of the section.
Hey, take this car, watch out. Step on, forward on the line. Good. Good. Okay, we've got 13. Let's make sure this time. That's still down.
Lovely, mate! Get that second line, come on! Take a look. Set off front. Big leg. Come on. Let's have it up.
Overall, there were some brilliant rides that weekend. Some great results. Some mixed scores as well. The rain didn't help, but round one was definitely a success. definitely an entertaining watch. Got some great footage, and I really hope you guys enjoyed what I've got.
There goes.
That's it for round 1 inch perfect of the Trial GB series. Make sure you like, subscribe, share around. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. All the support means a lot, and make sure you keep an eye out for round 2, which will be coming out shortly, and I'll also be doing coverage of rounds 3 and 4 at Hookwood. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, get that notification bell, and look out for the next videos. Thank you.